Sarah Boone to the Delphines, and the subject is update. Hello, finally! As always, forgive my delay. There's never enough hours in the day, and I'm saying that, and I'm in jail. Thank you in advance for all you are and are doing and have already. Thank you for believing in me and giving me worth and value. God did that too. Heart. In jail. Speechless. We need to schedule whatever phone call or meeting you all are proposing, as starting needs to start considering the plate full I have already and soon will going forward with my new God-appointed attorney, James Owens. I am waiting to speak with him also about everything so I can safely have the green light legally and in my best interest. He may want to participate also. If you would like, here's his contact information to speak to him directly. James Owens. And she goes on to give his information. I'm very over the middleman thing with Lana, and I know she is too. With her condition, the more we put on her, the longer her recoup time is, and she will never say she's not okay for my sake. Please remember this about her and for her. She won't say, but I will. She's already ecstatic about supposedly coming down in 3 weeks, but for what specifically? I've not agreed to anything in writing for this to be filmed or anything else on the movie agenda, as I've yet to have received a contract for review. Her either. What is the status, please, for that to be received? How are we going to have this call? Who will be in attendance? I believe the jail will make very hindering and full of fiery hoops and obstacles to make this not work smoothly. I don't know how to have this without privacy, and the only way I think they're going to tell you is schedule a 15-minute video visit on the box in the middle of the dorm of 63 other extremely nosy inmates. Extremely. And I can't raise my voice without the officer yelling at me to be quiet. Sidebar. Why would you need to raise your voice, Sarah? You can have a discreet conversation. And it costs money to visit the prison to have a visit. Nowadays, people are using Zoom and video calls. It's cheaper and more efficient. I don't know how that will work. It is an option. For the meeting of the minds in person is also an option, but I know it's a monumental undertaking for scheduling flights, hotels, rental cars, especially for Lana. I don't know how the jail is going to positively aid you either with setting anything up. I'm not exaggerating how difficult and against me the OCCD is in so many ways. You'll learn once we get this show on the road. So much I can tell you. So much I can say. If anything, the contact person in scheduling administration is Wanda Aquino. I have a number, but am told when anyone legal comes to see me, this is who you need to speak to. Also, book the briefing room or the classroom. The max time allowed is 4 hours. So, if you want this time, even if you don't think we'll consume, reserve for it anyway. Good luck. What do you suggest? Family law. Thank you. What is the status of this? Is there an attorney ready to be appointed to this case, or is it still in the works? Again, I don't know how to schedule a call with all the answers in very overdue process. If you do schedule, just tell me when and I'll mark on my calendar. Remember, it will be on the public video visit box if not in person. Is Mark O'Mara able to visit in person? Also, I can bring case materials for him or whoever else wants to see. I am confused how anyone is able to review this case as it is non-public. I can't even have someone look up for me on the outside. So in the dark. The best way too for their understanding would be for me to verbally explain and show my proof of accusations. There's so much to be won and completed. But as said, I've had to sacrifice this case and my son to focus on my quote-unquote criminal case. This is extremely overdue and important to me nonetheless. What is owed from me to acquire this family law attorney and all services included unto its completion with this attorney. What do you suggest? Film commitment. My understanding is you want my life story? Why? I don't care what other people think of me, so why do they need to know of my uneventful childhood? I honestly do not want to divulge my information, my family information. I don't know how it's relevant to the trial aspect and case in justice. You are wanting to convey in my fight with all of it, which is what originally caught your eye with me, the injustice. I don't feel comfortable giving anyone permission to pry any more than what has been already by the vultures of social media, court TV, etc. Generality is agreed upon, but I am not going to add fuel to anyone's hate fire already ignorantly burning or place a safety risk on the remaining family I do have. We can discuss more in person or on call. List of people. I can supply this. Understand, many of my friends were threatened by George, and I have lost contact with. I have many from jail to supply and who are all awaiting the opportunity to praise me and my fight. Really good people saying really good things. Also, regarding my family photos, etc., all I have left of my life and generation of family is in a closet-sized storage unit my awful former husband has the keys to in Gainesville. My photo albums, everything. Also understand a lot of my generational family heirlooms were destroyed by George and uncaringly lost by former husband also. I have not a lot to supply nor access to while incarcerated. It's a mess, and to be honest, I am praying former husband has not let my storage unit go like he did my car. He had it scrapped to tell me how to figure out how to get to my son. I need to know if I even have this storage unit. I need to get him in court, please. I can't lose anything more by his bitter hand. Please. Know though, if you haven't figured out already who I am, I will do whatever necessary. Just let me know. I await further instruction on how to get this going yesterday. No more middleman, please, with Lana, unless a must. She needs relief, especially with her dialysis. There's an overabundance of to-dos, so let's do this, please. It is what it is. I'm very excited, but for what specifically, I do not know. This needs to be remedied so we all are universally on the same page. Expectations and goals and how to work around the jail and court and everything else. Let's do this. The added pressure, quote unquote, you mentioned is from not knowing what the game plan is for all of this, and I want to begin or end whatever needs to be compliant with the contract. I don't want this to be an everyday thought or perpetual question mark to add to all the lists we already have. Please solidify and conclude. What's next? Thank you always, and more than you will ever know. Thank you also for your expedited response and understanding. This process is taking way too long. At the same time, I am leery why and what all is expected from me and Lana if this is greenlit. Please answer and collaborate at your earliest opportunity with definite answers to be planned upon. This is important, please, so I know what to plan on in my new endeavor with my attorney, which takes precedence. And Lana also, with coming and going to dialysis. I care way too much for her to allow her to be pushed beyond her limits because she is afraid to say something. Again, I am not. Also, she will not. What is or will be her compensation for cooperation in everything she has done, prior and present, and is expected futuristically? She needs a kidney transplant. How can you help with this? She is priceless to me. She deserves more of everything. I will give mine of whatever to her. Remember that, please. I await your contact to be received by myself, Lana and James, ASAP. Also, whatever phone calls needs to be had, video visits, in-persons, I may be doing with you all and the family law attorney, if that will be worked out fairly and agreeably. All of this, please also know it takes forever to write a message of this length from these awful tablets meant for children. I've been at this for well over 2 hours. This is too time consuming to be doing every day with everything I have. Too much. What other regular mode of communication do you suggest? Again, let's get this going. Have a super Memorial Day weekend. Thank you again. And I think we went over this message before from Christina, but I want to give it another go. Hey, bestie. Girl, I got my attorney and now everyone knows it. Is it on the local news, court TV, social media? Lana said it's blowing up. My God-appointed attorney. Thank you very much. It's on, world. Can you look on, please, the clerk's website and tell me what's the last 5 entries? And yes, court is on Tuesday, September 3rd. What time, please? My attorney will be there too to take the reins. You'll see. I hope you can go, as it will be a big hearing. He's trying to have his motion for continuance heard at the same time, whatever else he submitted. Girl, do you think you'll be there? Don't stress yourself if you are unable or too tired. I get it. Plus, you'll hear about it on the news, I'm sure. Sarah Boone. And yes, thank you for your credits. And I love your beautifulness. Beautiful and goodness and care and friendship like no other. I'm so used to working all the effing time. Sidebar, yes, we definitely read this message. All the effing time. I don't know what to do with my days right now. It's going to be busy and I'm expecting God results no matter what. He heard me, Christina. Faith, patience, love, understanding. Indiana Jones has been calling me, so I think I'm going to watch that new movie after lunch today. Thank you. And OMG, the rainbow picture is spectacular. I look at it every day now. Remember, that is God's covenant with us to never flood the world again and continue together in holiness and beauty. Thank you, God. Thank you, Christina. Love it. I actually saw one the other day and Miss Ford opened the rec door so I could see more. She and I were the only ones to see it together. It was a circular one, but a rainbow nonetheless. I've been waiting for one for so long. God gave me that and Miss Ford to open the door for a better view. Love. Tell me the time for court, please, and the entries when you can. Also, if you can, be there. Also, if it's on the local news, if so, what's the buzz? I pray for you every morning and every night and think about you and miss you in the meantime. God knows how much I love you. Heart. So many good things on the horizon for both of us. Thank you for your reassurance and continued faith in God and me. Your friendship is priceless, Christina. You will never know how much I adore and love you. Know that. Drink one for me and eat good. Take pics if you can. Oh, and see if you can schedule a video visit when you have a moment. Can't wait. Hugs all day forever. Love you, heart. Sarah Boone to Lana. Subject is Court TV is going haywire. Lana to Sarah. Wow, I spoke to James tonight and he said he has 2 co-counsels who are signing on to your case to defend you. Sarah, your ad. You went from going pro se, your back against the wall, the entire court and most of the public against you. Now you not only get a lawyer, you get a freaking dream team. Sorry I'm yelling, but the state, Dave Cacciatore, they thought they were they were thinking this was a phone-in easy win for them, and all of a sudden they're facing special forces SEAL team level of law power fighting for you. Not to mention some of the specialists James is paying to speak for you. One of them he's trying to get is Michael Brannon. Sarah, this guy was the expert doctor in the Marsha Thompson trial. She also argued battered spouse and shot her husband 9 times, 6 in the back and 3 in the chest. One of the jurors after the trial said that Michael Brannon's expert testimony was the main reason the jury acquitted her. That's right. She was acquitted of first-degree M. I am watching and listening to him on YouTube, and he is really outstanding. OMG, have you come a long way from Bankowitz and Linda. James plans to spend the entire Labor Day with you until you get tired. I'm really happy to hear it. This is no court-appointed bottom of the barrel. I'm really happy you finally have a serious team of defenders who are playing to win and see this for the win, for the war it is. They are seriously taking no prisoners. He believes that once it gets out that you have a team of lawyers, they either may replace Dave Cacciatore or they may add lawyers to his table. Sarah, finally, you have a lawyer who believes strongly and overwhelmingly in your innocence. Something Cashman and Bankowitz and likely even Hobson didn't believe in. Oh man, someday after the trial, I don't have to bite my tongue so hard in talking about everything with you. It will be great to talk about what you've been going through without our do not respond safeguards. So, we will fight this war one step at a time. I'm sure there will be times there will be a hurry up and wait period, but with the other lawyers, you were left with no one to talk to except your former husband, and I'm sure you'd rather talk to a wood chipper. But now you have me, too. You are not alone, Sarah. You've got me, who you can consider your periscope, so you can now feel not so cut off. And now, like the old Nintendo commercials in the 90s used to say, you can count on me. Now you're playing with power. Wait until Court TV sinks its teeth into the fact that you have a team of lawyers who would have made Casey Anthony jealous. Lana is very excited and looking at things in a good light. She thinks Sarah is coming home, and I love that their dreams are going to be crushed. But right now, Pete from the Delphines is responding to Sarah, and the subject is update. Hi Sarah, Pete here. This is where we are. Now remember, Sarah sent him a message begging for a contract, and she gave him James's information and told him that basically he needed to go through her attorney. So he says, congratulations and great job. Thank you for providing his contact information. I will forward and propose the contract to him for his review and coordinate with him regarding the next steps. It's important that we ensure everything is legally sound and in your best interest. We agree. We think it is critical to have his participation. Lana, we will be much more mindful of her condition and try to minimize any strain on her. In terms of her involvement, we are speaking with her how she wants to be involved and for what her role. She would certainly be compensated. I appreciate you sharing your insights on Lana. I am very similar, and I suspect you are as well. People like us tend to take on the world at the expense of ourselves. I will be more mindful of this going forward. I did speak with Lana about her health. She is high up on the list, and the next step is arranging aftercare. After we get some information from her, we are going to see what we can do to help. Trip to Florida. The trip to Florida we are proposing would only occur after an agreement is signed. The meeting would be between me and you and Julian for sure. Also, if James wanted to attend, that would be great. The agenda of the meeting would be to discuss the film, discuss how we might assist Mr. Owens in your case, and how we might assist the attorney you choose for your family law case. If we have a signed agreement, this might be a good opportunity to get the first interview with you filmed. I understand the logistical hurdles involved, especially with the current environment at the facility. I will reach out to Wanda Aquino to see what's possible and discuss reserving the briefing room or the classroom for maximum allotted time. Sidebar: Sarah would prefer to meet in person in the classroom instead of the video visit in the dorm with the girls. She wants to feel important. The film agreement. We sent 2 copies of the agreement to your mailing address, as well as 2 copies to your legal corresponding mailing address. We will be sending James a copy electronically this weekend. You should be receiving those copies any day. Please let me know when you are in receipt. The film. As for the film itself, we want to be sensitive to your privacy and boundaries. The primary focus will be on the trial, case, and the challenges imposed upon you by the justice system, not delving into any personal areas you're uncomfortable sharing. We can discuss further during our call or meeting to ensure we align on expectations. No worries. That said, I think it is critically important to humanize you, Sarah. The current story out there is that it's not very flattering. It's not a flattering one. Our feeling is that if we can share some facets of your life and depict who you are in person, we can bring some truth to light. That's going to be very hard because there's a lot of darkness in Sarah. We want to give you a voice, and that voice will be more powerful and credible coming from someone that the audience can relate to, not what the media has portrayed. But again, all within the boundaries of what is comfortable for you. In terms of the list of people we should reach out to, yes, please start compiling a list of people inside the prison with you who you would be willing to let speak on your behalf, as well as any family or friends, Sarah. Anyone who can share a positive understanding of the real Sarah Boone. Family law. Apparently, attorneys can access your case information. I was able to find basic information, case numbers, parties involved, locations, etc. I did this so that I could take the conversation with the attorneys I have been vetting as far as possible without having actual case documents to share with them. Once you get an attorney, they should be able to access all of the relevant detail and open the documents through the county clerk portal. Your first conversation with any prospective attorney will be via phone. They won't meet with you until they have been hired and a retainer is in place. Ching ching. And before that, they want to speak with you directly. You discussed your case and you are 100% on board. They want to speak with you directly, have discussed your case, and are 100% on board. Okay. I have done the preliminary research and phone calls and have 2 different law firms who are willing to speak with you about taking your case. There are 2 more firms I will be speaking with Monday and Tuesday. I am trying to be mindful of your time and making this as efficient as a process for you as possible. Here is what I suggest. I will speak with these remaining firms. I will then put you in touch with who we feel is the most proactive, best fit. After you speak with that attorney, you let me know if you want us to hire them. If you decide you want to speak with someone else, I will put you in touch with the next firm on the list. Does this make sense for you? In your prior email, you asked, quote, "What is owed from me to acquire the family law attorney?" Sarah, all you need to do is speak with these attorneys and find a good fit. We can take care of the rest, arranging the calls, coordinating the arrangements, the agreements, paying the retainer. Ching ching. The conversations I have had with the attorneys thus far has been difficult because I am a bit in the dark. I have communicated what you expressed, how your ex-husband is trying to modify the divorce agreement and the child custody agreement. I have also shared some of the information you shared regarding parental alienation and how that needs to be addressed. The examples you shared were very helpful references. If there are other examples of his behavior or instances you can share, that would help me better communicate to the attorneys what is really going on. I understand he is trying to end the support agreement that he moved. I am shocked he did that without getting approval from the court. Unbelievable. Communication. We are more than happy to jump on the phone with you going forward. She's tired of writing. I think we are at that point. If I understand you correctly, you need to place my number on your phone list. Then he gives her his number. My number is, if possible, can we start with having a set day and time each week for the call? My experience with the electronic and physical mail through jail smoke signals are faster. You have the patience of a saint. How does sharing of the telephones work there? If it is a legal call, do you have access to a private room? Summary. Agreements in hard copy are on the way to you. Electronic copies are on the way to James and for his review over the weekend. We are reaching out to Mr. Owens to introduce ourselves. We will call Wanda to inquire about the lunchroom. I will have the family law attorney recommendation ready for you this week and will arrange a call for you to speak to them. Thank you for your patience. Let's move forward. Happy Memorial Day. Best regards, Peter Gunthel. P.S. In speaking with Lana, she mentioned that you are an animal lover and have rescued animals. Did I get that right? I just wanted you to be aware that my wife and I run an animal rescue sanctuary called Blue Barn Rescue. We rescue animals that have been abused, neglected, or abandoned who suffer from critical health issues. We nurse them back to health and find them loving, adoptive, forever homes. In some cases, their disabilities and ailments are so severe that finding someone willing to adopt is not possible. So in these cases, they live with us in permanent sanctuary here at the farm. We have over 80 animals, Sarah, in residence, including cats, dogs, horses, goats, sheep, ducks, chickens, rabbits, and guinea pigs. Lots of guinea pigs. I wanted to let you know that we recently rescued a duck who was attacked by a coyote. They have been nursing her back to health, and she is so courageous, a real fighter. We named her Sarah. We know you have much going on, but if you ever want pictures of the farm or the animals or Sarah to keep your spirits up, please let me know. And of course, we look forward to the day you can visit in person. Peter.